Hello, friends. This is Anthony Florio from Strictly Sports. Um, Tonight, we were supposed to have an all-new episode of Strictly Sports for you all tonight. Unfortunately, due to circumstances beyond our control, we had to cancel our show tonight for the first time ever in the almost 6 month history of our show. Derek Ferreira wanted to have a three-man panel, but that was not to be. Michael Fletcher had some personal reasons, so that's why he wasn't on the show tonight. And Michael Bullock was 90 minutes late because he had a last minute family outing that he had to go to. So that's why we decided to cancel our show tonight. Um, you may remember I had another YouTube account called the Tone 8983, but I for some odd reason I cannot get into it. So I'm gonna upload some new videos to this old account that I had created a couple years ago, but I never used. So I figured why not use this account? So this is the Tone 25 here on YouTube.com, and I'm gonna get into the stuff that I would have gotten into along with Derek Ferreira, Michael Fletcher, and Michael Bullock had we done the Strictly Sports show tonight. So we're gonna start it off with a preview of the 2012 Summer Olympic Games, which opened tonight. Of course, the opening ceremony, a fun and entertaining spectacle as always. We all know that, and it's always enjoyable. And Paul McCartney, one of my all-time favorites, from the days of the Beatles. So that was a fun sight to see. So I don't want to get too much into that. We were basically going to talk about what events we're all looking forward to come the Summer Olympics. And for me, I'm going to be honest with you all. I'm not really, a major diehard. I mean, I'm not really into every single event. I know some people are, but there are, however, a few events that I am actually looking forward to. Number one for me would have to be the basketball, because I am an NBA fan, and Team USA obviously the odds-on favorites to win the gold medal once again. The team that has a lot of phenomenal talent. LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Carmelo Anthony, Kevin Durant, Chris Paul, Anthony Davis out of Kentucky, coached, of course, by Duke head coach Mike Krzyzewski, who, in my opinion, one of the greatest, if not the greatest, men's basketball coach of all time. Definitely like their chances to win it. I think their biggest threats are Spain because of Pau and Marc Gasol, and of course Argentina with Manu Ginobili and Luis Scola. Another team to look for, France. Tony Parker from the San Antonio Spurs. We all know how phenomenal of a player he is. One of the reasons why that team is always in the mix every year, and a whole lot more. But for me, the USA team obviously is the team to beat in these Summer Olympics, and I think they are going to win the gold medal once again. And I will be very surprised if they do not win the gold medal this time around. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. Um, the other big event I'm looking forward to is, of course, the men's swimming. Obviously, I am. For those of you who don't know me, I am a major, and I do mean major, uh, fan of all things when it comes to the record books. I mean, I love the record books, and Michael Phelps, who put on that awesome display 4 years ago in Beijing when he won those 8 gold medals, which was one of the most phenomenal and astronomical things I've ever seen in my life. And I was so glad that I got to witness that live 4 years ago. And of course, Ryan Lochte, who obviously could be the replacement. I mean, Ryan Lochte, obviously, as we all know, is his biggest threat, and it's going to be very interesting to see how Phelps and Lochte will factor into these Summer Olympic Games. No question about that. And of course, on the women's side, Missy Franklin, we all know how phenomenal she is. My colleague Derek Ferreira, in a video he did on his YouTube earlier tonight, went as far as to call her the Michael Phelps of female swimmers, and she must be. I mean, I don't know much about her, but if she's that good, then I'm going to have to take his word for that. And the other woman I'm keeping an eye out for is a local girl here from my home state of Rhode Island, Elizabeth Beisel. who's been mentioned on the Road Show a few times, and I think she definitely has a bright future ahead of her as well. So it'll be very interesting to see how she does in these Summer Olympic Games when all is said and done. So the basketball and the swimming are the two I'm most looking forward to. Of course, the track and field, that's always fun to watch as well. Be very interesting to see about Usain Bolt, see if he can repeat his feats of Beijing as well. And so it's going to be very interesting to see how these Summer Olympic Games go. Like I said, I'm not really looking forward to every single thing, but for me, the basketball, the swimming, those are the two I'm really looking forward to. The track I'm into a little bit. The volleyball, not really into that. Soccer, you know how I feel about that. If you haven't watched Strictly Sports in the past, not really into that. Tennis, same thing. But I probably would have to go with Roger Federer in the men's tennis, and maybe the Williams sisters in the U.S. For the women. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for now. But as far as the Olympics are concerned, but one more thing, I'm going to make one more bold prediction. When it comes to the final medal count, I think Team USA is going to win the overall medal count. They'll probably have well over 100 medals. I'm thinking somewhere between 100 to 105 at best. But I think at the end of the day, they're going to end up winning it. So yeah, so that's pretty much all I have to say about the Summer Olympics. Coming up in a few minutes, I'm going to share my thoughts on the fallout from the Penn State scandal, as you all know. Also on the docket later tonight, this is going to be the first of several videos I'm going to be uploading tonight. Another video I'm going to post later on, some other videos I should say later on. Couple of news bits from the National Hockey League about Shea Weber re-signing with the Nashville Predators to a huge lucrative contract. And of course a big trade, Rick Nash traded this week to my team, the New York Rangers. So I'm definitely going to have some things to say about that. Also going to talk about the release of the 2012-2013 NBA schedule, what games that I'm looking forward to personally, and some games that you should highlight on your calendars for that. And of course also some a few news bits from the world of Major League Baseball. Cole Hamels signing a huge extension with the Philadelphia Phillies. Of course, and two news bits from my team, the New York Yankees. Alex Rodriguez, of course, suffered an injury this week. Broke a broken hand at the hands of King Felix Hernandez down at Safeco Field in Seattle. And also, speaking of that, Yanks made a blockbuster trade this week, trading for Ichiro Suzuki. And what a steal. And I'm going to have my thoughts on that. And then, of course, I'm also going to do my top 10 Major League Baseball power rankings for this week. Derek Ferrer is going to have his rankings on Monday. He mentioned that on his Facebook page as well. So, and then, of course, I'll have my shout-outs as well. So, busy night here tonight. And again, we want to apologize to all of our wonderful listeners and viewers out there who were expecting a Strictly Sports show tonight back at 10:30. But it wasn't just because of Fletcher not being here for circumstances beyond his control, and also not because of Michael Bullock's last-second family outing. Derek also informed us that there were some technical glitches on his end, which couldn't be taken care of. So, yeah. So again, we want to apologize to all of our wonderful fans and listeners out there, and this is just to make sure you guys don't get cheated and you get your money's worth like you do each and every Friday night. We want to make sure you get your money's worth each and every Friday night. So, yeah, so that's it for now as far as the Olympics are concerned. I'll be back in a few minutes to give you my thoughts on the Penn State scandal, all the fallout from that. So until then, this is you're watching The Tone 25 on YouTube.com.